I went out like I normally do to let the dogs out, and then I went around the back of the cow pens, the back of the goat pen, back of the chicken pen. I don't do that every day, but sometimes I do, and it's like I did today. Because I would have missed her when I fed him, Sonnet, but I may have just figured she was in the barn and not worried about it, but I wouldn't have been able to see her where she was from the front of the pen. She was laying flat out back there, stretched out, and her head tilted, and just kicking her legs a little bit, not much, but you could see where the dirt was dug out where she'd been kicking who knows how long. The signs look a lot like tetanus, almost exactly like tetanus actually, except for the fact that they can move, and that you can move them, you can bend their legs and stuff. So I immediately gave her an injection in the neck and in the rump of 12 cc's of thiamine, and I knew you were supposed to give it IV, but I didn't know if it needed to be a drip or what, if I was going to kill her if I injected a whole bunch into her vein. Well, 2 hours later, she was no better. We had hauled her up into the barn, and she looked like she was going out. So I gave her 5 cc's into the vein, and I waited 15 minutes or so, and she looked worse, if anything, so I gave her 4 more. And I think that gave her a little bit of a seizure. It wasn't like flailing and thrashing, but it was rapid twitching and jerking and different things. But that stopped in a little bit, and she looked like she was a goat, and she looked like she was dead. And I had to go to town, so I'd done all I knew how to do for her, so I just left. And then when I came back, they had hauled her into the shower in the sauna so she could keep a little bit warm, put some towels on her. And she's sitting up. So that's a good sign. And she's certainly not out of the woods yet. She's still really terrible, but made a little bit of progress. I think she's blind, but that may just be temporary. It can come back over the course of a couple months, even after they've had polio. And I don't know if you can see, yes you can, see that faint twitching? You can see if you focus on her ear, her whole head is faintly twitching. That's an early sign. We've had goats or one goat that was the only sign she had. She walked normally and whatever, but she had a little bit of a twitch. And another early sign is a goat that walks like it's drunk. We've had that before. But she was bad when we found her. So we'll see if she makes it. So she's standing now and the twitch is gone. She has been pretty unresponsive, but she's trying to come toward my voice right now, so that's good. Yeah, it's the first noise she's made all day. So she's doing better. She's blind though, I believe. Or she was, I don't know. I'll stop moving. I'm trying to get her a drink. She doesn't really want to. But she's doing good. Really good. Yeah, you're okay. You can't see, I know. It's okay. So I also gave her a shot of Banamine. Help bring down her brain swelling, but try and see if I can get her to drink again here. Some more molasses water. Yeah, I know you're blind. That's okay. Just move slow. Move slow, girl. Yeah. You can see her bumping. But she responded to my voice and came over to me, so that's good. And you're gonna have to get her out of here soon. Circling is partly because she's stuck in here. She can't do anything but circle, but it's also part of the symptoms. But in a way, it's good because it's one of the early symptoms. So she's, getting back. And at least she's feeling good enough to circle. She hasn't been moving at all. She's been standing for a couple hours, but she hasn't been moving. Now she is. Let's see if I can get some water in her. Also bring some pine needles and hay too. See if we can get her going. She'll probably go back in the barn tonight. She's doing good enough. She probably don't need to be warm anymore. So it's been 10 days since Sonnet went down, and as you can see, she's doing great. This is her first day out. She can see pretty good. She's pretty cold. She lost a lot of weight too, so that doesn't help her keeping warm. Sonnet! Come here, Sonnet! No? She can see pretty good. She can see to get around. She doesn't crash into things much. But she doesn't have very good depth perception yet. Like stumbling over things on the ground. Or like running into this fence. If it's not a solid wall, she can't really tell where it is and runs into it. But she's doing good. She's just getting thiamine once a day now. It's probably the last update I'll do on her. I was going to insert some early signs she started showing in a video when I was looking back. That video I had done the day before on the pregnant goats. I could see a little bit of symptoms already showing up there. Looking back, I didn't see it at the time. I'll insert that right here so you can see what I'm talking about. So, here she is. Cold, skinny, but doing great. She should gain some weight and look a lot better in a few weeks here. And she did lose her babies, I'm quite sure. The ultrasound looks like she lost them. She hasn't passed them yet. I don't know if she will, but they certainly look dead on the ultrasound. But that's the least that happened to her. Oh well. Can have kids some other years.